This is a piece of ash, and I'm hoping to carve a wooden cup out of this, but it's actually going to be quite a big cup, more like a bowl for passing stews and things around in, so bigger than a cup. I think the cups are called kuskas or kudliks or something like that, Scandinavian word, but we're going to carve something similar, but we're going to use ash. And when we're looking at a piece of wood like this, we're looking for the growth rings, and usually they edge to one side, which is the sun grows on it, which is here. I'll zoom in and see if we can catch them. So the growth rings will give our bowl strength. The growth rings will give us bowl strength. Ash is a lovely strong wood. The Vikings used to use it for all their spears and handles for their axes and things like that. It also, once dried out, is quite a light wood. It's light in colour and light in weight, so it'll be handy to carry with us. And it usually splits quite well. So this is the careful bit. After sawing a piece of wood this thick, it takes some time. We're going to put the axe in, but we're not going to try to split it with the axe, it's too big. Like that. And using the back of a baton, we're going to split it like that. If it doesn't do it the first time, we'll have to try again. That's a bit more better, but unfortunately just a little bit too towards the centre. Putting your axe away safely, scabbard it up. All my axes are sharp, so safety first. So, to get the round shape, I'm going to use my billy can lid. This is going to be rounded off here, so we can go up to the far near edge, just giving ourselves a little bit of space, say a finger depth. Get them as central as possible, and marking out. Like so. That looks good. So that's marked out. Now we're going to put in a handle. Now, depending on what sort of handle we want, now we're going to mark out the handle. Now, depending on what sort of handle we want, sometimes they're just a straight bar and can be laid out that way. Or sometimes they can be engraved and carved out, shape of an animal or animals, a fish, and things like that. So as you can see, that's my rough shape. From this, I can put in my rim of the bowl, follow my original circle. That looks pretty good. I'm just going to give myself an extra inch for the handle. Now we've got our template. We've got to saw off all the extra wood now. I've sawed off my end piece, which has given me this piece. This is going to be waste wood, but I'm going to split it either side. Being ash, it's very kind like that. And this piece of wood is going to go against this log. My other half, what I split in the first place, it's going to go there. And this is going to act like a brace. So when I saw, it's off the ground, so the saw doesn't get any damage. Also giving it a bit of stability. I can turn the lump of wood around and do the same on the other side. If you feel it's beginning to wobble like that, just pack him out with the other pieces. This gives me a more comfortable working station, or as comfortable as it can be. And I've put in 4 cuts. One's a bit nearer, and one's going to be where the bowl starts, and we can shape it that way. Now we're going to split this off. Always make sure your wood's on a secure base. We're going to take our time. Hopefully we won't miss our stops. So that's our rough handle cut out. Now we've got these wedgy parts. We're going to arrange these around the block of wood and turn them up the other way so we've got a flatter surface, which is a little bit easier to work on. Whenever using the axe, we keep our hands well back. All these trimmings that's coming off the wood, if I was in a long-term situation, I'd use these in my smokery for smoking and preserving my meats. I'm going to try to put in a curved handle, what a curl around my fingers, that sort of shape. To prevent the laborious carving, I've sawn in 1/3 of the way down, and with my knife I'm hopefully going to wedge it out. That's giving me my sort of handle, showing this where I've drawn my handle. Now this is quite a labour intensive job, and I'm going to try to carry the wood back as light as possible. So I could start by carving out the centre to make it a bit lighter. But because I've got a fire going, what I'm going to do is basically set a small fire in the centre and let it burn away. As we're going at this, we work on one side. Now what happens is that gets all the air, which means it won't burn even. So just occasionally turn it around and work it from the other side. That really is going for it now. Hopefully it's going to speed up a little bit now for us. My bowl's coming along. And the wood's combusting on its own accord. As you can see by the glowing ambers. So I'm just going to keep on working the middle. Going down to the uncharred wood and filling it with charcoal.